Well, welcome to Cruise and Kayfabe. I'm Mongo.
Emily, and today we have Smokey and Rachel because we are doing
Our prediction for D6. Welcome, guys. Thank you so much again for coming on the show to talk some Dynasty.
Hello. Thanks for having us, as always. Appreciate it.
We do enjoy it.
As always, it's great because, not only our co-host, but we get to literally travel the world this year together. Ace between London and the Jericho cruise. And how we know that Jericho's home and we're going to get some more AEW talent on board.
Yes.
Kind of, in a future episode, we're going to have to chit-chat who we think's going to come on board. But I wanted to ask everyone before we start at least once. I saw a great post that said top 5. I think that's too many. Who are your 2 dream wishes that you want to be booked on this year's cruise? Now that you know you'll probably be AEW talent supplementing it. Who are 2 dream talents, whether they've been on it or not, that each of you, we'll start with Rachel around the room.
I would say Will Windsor. I definitely would like to see Darby for sure. Him coming back. Kenny Omega coming back would be nice. In case he wins, that'd be good. That'd be Tekla would be good because she hasn't been on there yet. So, yeah, that's who I got.
What about you, Jeff?
If I'm going with the favorites, I'm going Will and the Outrunners. If we're talking about having a good time and having fun, and then Takeshita and Nick fucking Wayne.
I do like Nick Wayne. He is a fave. I should have said that. Damn it.
It's all right.
I suck.
There's others too, but
Yeah.
We'll get the big couple. So.
All right, Emily. I know you've kind of told me in the past, but I feel like now it's cheese. What about you?
we're all saying Will, that's just a given. But also I think Takeshita and Tony Storm, because so to everything I love about the cruise, which is you're fun with the fans, your comedy is on point, and you again were great with the fans.
And she seemed to have a great time. So.
She was in character the whole time. She did
Really off and on, yeah.
Yeah.
Who was it? We were oh, Harley. Harley was so
Harley's cool.
spree.
Harley be fun.
The epitome of the Jericho crew. I'm gonna use a Costco level amount of tinfoil here for mine. I want to surf your Sting for the photo op. I would love to see I know he said this is last year doing that paint, but let's do some Surfer Sting. I'm gonna use him for my Legends. And then number 2, I'm gonna be selfish again. I'm gonna say his sons. I want to see Steve Ward wrestle on my cruise. I think that'd be fun. Kind of like how we had Oku and Speedball. Having Steve Borden Jr. wrestle on the cruise, it's house show style, so it's a little bit more laid back. You can have fun with the crowd. And then at the end of the last thing of the cruise, we can have Sting kind of make the run, and maybe he saves his son. Maybe Jericho and his son team up, and Sting comes out, makes the save, and then Darby's there. I'm just saying.
There you go.
I like it. No, I like it because it'd be great for him. Because
Hello,
Matt, Alex, Steve. But no, I agree, because then he can also try a character on the cruise, because doesn't matter what happens, because it's the cruise. Like you said, it's house show. But I think that'd be a great one. Be good for him.
Copeland.
Gemma.
Hello, Gemma. Welcome to Vancouver.
Hello. Oh.
Matt and Gemma's and our buddy Brian are all going to Dynasty in Vancouver. So jealous.
That's right. Have so much fun. Take tons of pictures.
Hi, Suzanne. How are you? Make sure we said hi to Steve as well. Everyone is here. So I think it's a good time.
Yep, I got him earlier.
Show. Let's go to 0 hour. Our first announced match, and there still could be more announced. There's only 9 total announced for Dynasty. So we know Tony likes to throw 2 or 3 more on them.
And then I got afraid of you.
These are with the first one of the night. Alex Windsor and there's Marina Beer.
Win.
It's Emily actually has our pick'ems, so if you haven't done them yet, they'll be open till Sunday. She has our pick'ems results, so she'll read them on her turn of who everyone picks.
Okay.
Sounds good. Are we starting off with me?
Of course.
Okay, so I have Windsor winning it. However, I think that Shafir might come out on top. Windsor's my heart one, but Shafir is the one that I think she might, because I think that they've really been pushing her. And then I think, well,
Who you got? You're dancing.
No, I'm gonna go with Shafir because I thought, well, Osprey wins, because here's my tinfoil. If Osprey wins and then Windsor, then oh my god, because they're the new Adam Cole baby and Britt Baker of AEW. I'm telling you.
I like
I know those with that.
That's right into what I'm thinking.
Yep, they are the new. That's right, because we need it again, man. We miss it.
Rachel, that has my heart. You have that's amazing. That's a great way to start that off. I would love that. Let's will that to existence, pun intended.
AEW wedding comeback.
Oh my.
Possibly.
Okay.
Sorry.
Well, see what you got here. Okay.
So Matt,
Okay.
Arena. So Jeff, do you agree with Matt or you agree with Rachel? We're gonna start off normal. We're gonna start off.
Well, Rachel kind of skeeted her pick there because at first it was Windsor, but then she went back to Shafir, though, in my recollection. So I'm going with Matt and Rachel's second one, and I'm going Marina Shafir's as well. But two brawlers going at it. Should be a hard-hitting and physical showcase, where they get to kind of show off their violent sides. Already know both of them pretty much give zero fucks. So it should play well with the rest of the show that kind of follows because you got a lot of different connections that have been kind of going on lately. Matches that are coming up. Now, my tinfoil is Marina wins. The Death Riders come out. Marina's beating up Alex and all that, and Will comes out for the save, which then, that helps further the storyline for later. And then also, does that affect like Will's emotional state for his match against Moxley, and with his focus and some of those type things. So that's what I'm throwing out.
So kind of similar to the last pay-per-view Revolution was everything that happened to Willow kind of being beat down, telling the story from 0 hour. You see it almost the same way, like emotional or physical.
Mm-hmm.
I like that.
Because she's getting beat down so bad and he can't save her, so to speak.
Steve says Alex wins. Maybe some help from Mina. We haven't done that. I also had Suzanne with I like Marina, but Hart's going with the misses as well. So it's definitely conflicted. I think it's going to be interesting because it's a coin toss. So speaking of coin toss, Emily, what do we have for the fans? Who's picking Alex and who's picking the Arena?
58% have gone for Windsor. And I am part of that. I think that there is definitely going to be some shenanigans. I think that Marina doesn't need the win. If she does get it, that's great. Neither lady really needs the win here, which leads me to my next theory. Do you guys remember the match that they had where Britt and Adam were handcuffed to their ring? Sorry, backed away from the mic. They were handcuffed to the ring and watching each other get beaten down.
They got isolated. Yep.
Was that Moxley?
I don't remember if that was Moxley or not.
I can't think at the moment if he honestly was, but I believe
See the Death Riders doing something
I could see something shenanigan-y happening at the end of this match that, yes, ties into, the future of the night.
I gotta give you a shenanigan counter, Gravy.
Shenanigans?
Shenanigans. I like it. I've gone back and forth on this match a lot because I can see so many stories, like you were saying, Jeff, about it could lead into the emotional well-being of Ospreay if they take out Windsor. Like you said, the whole
He's got to take it up a notch.
Right here, I can almost see that. AEW has this really good way of having the heel-face dynamic not be a true babyface or a true heel. I think some people think babyfaces always have to be the white meat vanilla happy-go-lucky. Golly gee, mister, you dropped $5. John Moxley's not really a full-fledged babyface. He's kind of leaning towards the heel again to do it. He's got.
He'd tell you dropped your $5, but he's put it in.
See him setting Maurice, but now it's Windsor, because that could also further, for my theory, with everything going on tonight, the the women's title match. Because you have Alex Windsor, that could also emotionally affect JJ. It could be a way, maybe the Sisters of Sin get involved. Maybe the Sisters of Sin and the Death Riders. My pick, it's Marina because I agree. I think there's going to be something nefarious to go down to tell a story into the show because that's kind of the big thing they've been doing lately, like Jeff said.
Seems like it.
Into the show.
So we're 50-50.
Oh, that's pretty good. Yep.
And also, A match that I know Matt will be shedding many, many tears for. A match that I think we all know the result. I don't think this was too divided. Who do we think's walking out of Vancouver with some tag team wolves? FTR and Still? Or is Cope and Cage? Cage and Cope and New?
Why does he look like the Grinch?
That probably the colors. I don't know, because it's gonna steal the titles.
They are. Fuck FTR. They've had it long enough. I do not like FTR. So I have Cope and Cage. FTR's had it long enough. Plus, I don't like Stoking.
Stokely.
Yeah, whatever. I had to ask him tonight what his name was because I have everybody has a nickname. So, I think it'll be a good one for them too. I can see a storyline coming out of this to where, like, down the road, Cope and Cage go against each other. So, yeah. But yeah, I have Copeland and Cage doing it. So,
All right.
Well, Jenna admits she's going to shed some tears. Thank you, Jenna, for being human. Big Matt. And like Matt, who said he's a hardy guy.
Yeah, but he's got CNC for the dub, though, so.
See,
Well,
some,
man.
a band that produces some good songs for me.
CC Music Factory.
Yeah. Oh, seems like a lot of people are taking the old CNC.
That's
Riot, I'm glad I'm going the fucking opposite then. I'm going and Still.
God, they're the biggest.
Well, because they are the biggest, and Christians just came back. I understand this is in Canada, but they already had that last year. So I gotta be that guy to play spoilers sometimes. Oh, I know, but I think it's gonna be hard hitting and an old school kind of style and tempo to the match, getting some callbacks to their, different psychologies and different ways they worked in the past, and it's going to showcase their both of them being quality tag teams that have had good runs. So we know that Cope's out for revenge for the attack on Beth and all that stuff, but does it kind of play the same thing? Does he lose lack of focus in this match and get his emotions too much to where he gets out of hand? We know Christian's an asshole, but can he kind of keep Cope on track, or does he just kind of say F it and watch, him kind of snap and do his thing? They got that victory last year in Toronto, so I think that FTR needs to even the score. So that way we get our rubber match, because I'm greedy and I want to see it at All In when I'm in fucking London. So
I don't like that.
I'd be Alex, but
This is a divided. We got divided cruises going on. We got Matt putting a ban on Jeff. Alex going on Team Jeff on this one. So let's save that one because man, there's some heat going on here.
hey, I'm good with it.
Is
Go with it.
80% go to the Canadian.
Full 80%.
They already won in Canada last year.
That's okay. Everybody has to win in their hometown.
Already did.
Country, whatever.
It was their second time. Hey, just
Hello.
and also Beth Copeland, Beth Phoenix, whatever we're calling her, makes her appearance. She speared Dax.
Gotta come back.
She spears Dax.
I hope she does.
So I'll be the heel on this podcast tonight. It's okay.
Certainly, but see that babyface dynamic.
We talked earlier about the Amazon thing. Do we see Beth Phoenix come out and does a woman get involved? Could it be Megan Bain? Haven't they already worked together?
Seriously. Yeah, babe.
So I could see Megan and Beth having a match. That would be epic.
That would be.
Having FTR having a little bit of backup. I like that.
I think a lot of these matches are kind of just like a dusting of what to come for the rest of the year as well. I think that the last couple pay-per-views, we've just seen like a rolling trend into what's to come, and I'm really excited. That is,
Doko, that'll be fun.
he's out of the wheelchair, right? She's done being a little bitch.
I know, right? But I did.
That is correct.
Now, take those glasses off.
He did wrestle at one point. He actually just did a heels call, which was really awesome to get to kind of see a different. It was still fucking Stokely, don't get me wrong, but it was great to see like the other side of him too.
So obviously you're going Cope and Cage.
Cope and Cage, definitely
Yep.
Cope and Cage. Going with the Grinch, okay? They're going to steal the titles. Oh, who did this picture, but
It could just be our monitors.
To glow a little bit of it or something.
Yeah. But so, I guess I got to hit the old 5-second pose here. 'Cause I'm also going with Cope and Cage.
oh, Jeff's a loner.
Yes. But he said he's a heel. I'm going Cope and Cage. I feel like the figure itself, the Cage got the title. Emily said, just like the pollen seasoned us here in the old Tar Heel State, getting ready to bake us in the summer, I think Tony Khan's seasoning this in, to use your phrase. 2 All In, we're ready, or even Double or Nothing. We're going to get some sort of blow-off match because the Bucks are still in the race with these titles. Yeah. Cage are going to get, so we're definitely leading to some sort of TLC type of match. So I agree how Jeff's vision can come true, and I agree how the rest of us, which will come true. Sorry, Jeff. Yes, we're going to get there.
It's okay.
And
Hey, that's why I had that long spiel. Sorry, everybody, for that. But it's because, I had to tinfoil it a little bit.
I like it. Those me lots of tinfoil because we have a matchup coming up next.
All right, what we got next?
I'm excited to see. Moxley says it's not personal. That's a bunch of bollocks because this
hold on, I gotta rewind it.
match. Ospreay trying to go through the Death Riders with a helping hand Empire. Still needs to take down Moxley, get some revenge. So, Miss Rachel, Ospreay become a new Continental Champion, or does Moxley retain?
Okay, so this is like the main event. So this is the last fight of the night, correct?
No, this would be main event. Main event would be MJF and Omega.
Okay. Okay, so I just checking on that one.
This
But,
is open.
ooh, that would be nice.
Go from out
Headline the show.
to this.
Yeah, we
Yep.
I would love that.
That would be good.
Should be a good spot.
Yeah. But I have in new, I do have winning. However, Moxley and the Death Riders, I think, come out. I think it's going to be a really good bloody match, actually. I see chairs and thumbtacks in it.
It's Continental.
So it's Moxley's chaos. I love it. I know it. She
always assumes it. I know, but it's Continental. We can't do that.
Continental rules are different where there's no interference. There's no, just like a traditional match.
Okay, well, Will's still going to win. Or Henrique.
I agree, though. Will, there's a way.
that's 2 puns.
See?
I like it.
We got 3 shenanigans and 2 will puns. I like that.
A draw wouldn't be terrible either, Steve.
I agree. On that draw part.
And what if people travail and it is a draw? They ding, 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 ding. That's what we do. Yes, because I can see them all just run out, because that's going to be like the new big. Go ahead.
Okay. So, Jess, you said it's going to be a draw, so that's your pick is it's a draw?
Well, it's definitely weighed on my mind because it sets up more. And I can see that happening with these two because I think they're really trying to build this up. So, I wanted to put Ann New, to be honest, because it's hard to go against Will. Let me see in my spiel here, and then I'll make my decision. So, I think this is going to be one of the better matches of the night. I think it's definitely going to be a hard-hitting physical match. You're going to see Mox repeatedly target Will's neck, which is going to turn this into kind of more of a technical and physical kind of showcase. And I don't think we're going to see so much maybe the aerial stuff from Will. So I think we're going to get a little different side of Will in this match. We're going to get a little bit more of the technician and brawler in certain ways. I want to see if Will embraces it, and keeps those emotions at bay like we spoke about as well, because I think that can definitely factor into this. And then last thing I'll go with is I really enjoy this current run from Moxley. I like this kind of in-between character and what he's done with the Continental Championships. I think he's had a really good run with it. But I'm greedy, so I want Will.
Jump roping in the Grace.
I know, but I want Will to be champion, especially
Moxley jump roping in that way between.
Oh yeah, for sure. And with the greedy, I was still, I want to see Will have a championship when I go to London and see him. So that's one of the things too. But I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to go with draw. because I think Double or Nothing, they're going to have the rematch. So, I'm going draw.
All right. What do you think, Emily? Actually, sorry. What did the fans say first for Moxley and Osprey?
63% for Will.
Yeah.
I think that Will is coming back to prove to the naysayers and the commentary tables that he's fine. He's back. It's Will Ospreay. Nothing's taking this one out. It's Will fucking Ospreay. Think that with Alex and potentially her son present, their son present, that it would be a really good feel-good moment, and I think that would be kind of cool to see Will win this. So I do want Will to win this. However, like Jeff said, Mox might get a very different case. So my my notes are, is it going to be fast-paced and methodical? And are we going to see the Tiger Driver? That's what it's called, right?
Because he's mad at Moxley. He wants to hurt him. Right.
So he wants to hurt Sparrow, wants to take him out. But could his feelings get in the way and he does one too many and costs himself the match? Because Moxley could probably, honestly, that man could take Spike. He could take anything.
Yeah, they're saying he goes too far, almost gets disqualified in a sense.
Yeah, maybe not even like maybe time runs out. Like, yeah, so a draw definitely could be seen, but I want Will to take this because I think that the Death Riders need to chase Gold. It doesn't look good on them. It looks good being chased.
I agree.
Okay.
I also have a draw. Yes, I'm wearing a Husker shirt, but I have a medical stoppage. Just have exactly what Jeff said, but Moxley just destroying Will, destroying his neck. He's gonna ragdoll him. He's gonna throw him around. It's gonna be worse than 2K26 ragdoll physics. Moxley is just gonna use throwing around the ring, and I think it's gonna be too much. I think Doc Sampson is gonna come out and say, "I have to stop the match. I have to stop the match," and I think it's like what Jeff said. It's like Achilles' heel because he's gonna want to keep going. They're gonna stop it. You can say, no, you can't do this. And I think he's going to be so frustrated. He's going to enter the Owen. And I agree with Jeff. I think at Double or Nothing, you get Moxley and Osprey in the Owen final. So you're going to get that final match. That way it's not a Continental title win, but Osprey gets that win, gets that redemption on his way to Hall in. So I think it's part of that larger story as well. So I think it's a draw because I don't think it's going to hurt him because they'll take him out of the match. It will be an unpopular finish, short, but I think it leads to him getting redemption. It's Double or Nothing.
I'm so curious in a future episode for us all to do these Owen tournaments because I have a very different outlook on the Owen Cup. I think it should be young and upcoming talent, and you're sitting here trying to put Moxley in there, top dog.
Only for the story.
There's other people that...
There are other people. And
Moxley's already at the top.
I know. And I think it's more about going through one. It's like it's going to be about going through the top, getting to the top. You have two people who are looking to continue to rise up to the next level, to get that next title, to get a title. You have Andrade, who's been on such a hot streak with not only the ladies, but the wrestling too. You have Darby, who's just don't know how he's walking after every match. Ready to see well, it's beat Andrade. So do we have Darby Allin continuing here, or do we have Andrade cooling Darby down, but taking that crown and heading towards his next bull? What do you think?
Okay, so it's always Darby. Like, Suave is not going to win this. Yeah, that's so much easier to say than anything else, Suave, because that's what he looks like, the Rico Suave guy. But anyways, he deserves to win it. Darby's like really worked hard. He deserves a shot to win at it. It's been a minute since he's won something. I know for sure since he's been back from climbing the mountain. So
Big win.
yeah, and I think that Suave is going to be taking lots of pictures. I do see tables being in here, and Darby just flies off of the ropes all the time. Like, he just doesn't. Man, I bet his mom had to like proof her house because I bet he was jumping off everything whenever he was little. Yes, because he has no fear. I mean, he just goes. So yeah, totally Darby.
Yeah, him and his brother. This is our garage. Like, there's dents in the cement. Like, if
The real reason Darby retired is parents. The guilt.
Hey,
Yes.
all right, Jeff. So do you see Andrade keeping his streak going, or do you see Darby overcoming the odds?
Well, the one thing for me in this match was, what does this match really do for Andrade? That's the only thing that kind of made me think about this one a little bit. Because at first, of course, I wanted to pick Darby, because I'm sitting here thinking it's like, well, if Darby wins, then we know kind of what our setup is, because then I kind of know where I'm leaning in my title match later, because I want that Pillars match. So, but then, like I said, Andrade's been killing it lately. I've seen in some of the comments, like from Alex and Steve, talking about it. I mean, he's looked good lately. He's been killing it. So I really do think he needs the win here, because it seemed like he's, not kind of got that big win to kind of get a push or anything all the way yet. But what does he get out of it? Isn't he kind of technically the number one contender anyways?
Yeah, I know it was kind of implied, like if Penny wins, Darby gets the first shot. So I think you're right.
Yeah,
That's the main event in a way. That's a good callback.
so that's my only thing with this, which, like I said, made me want to do Darby and then go my way for the heavyweight. But then I think Andrade needs this win. So I'm going to stick to our norm, and I'm going to go Andrade.
Boo.
I just think he kind of needs this win. He just hasn't quite got it yet. So
It's like that Robert Frost poem. It's like two different paths. You have Penny and Darby path, and you have the Andrade MJF path. Because like Steve said, MJF specifically chose Andrade, and they've been building their stuff since January. They've been building, like, I want that title. They've been building since to lead towards 7 months. So I agree. That's what makes this pay-per-view hard. I think that's what makes this pay-per-view hard, because while it is a B-level pay-per-view, it kind of propels into Double or Nothing into their hot pay-per-view streak. So, yeah, Emily, what do we got for the poll, and what we got from you on who wins this match?
57% going with Darby.
Oh,
I think Darby, or this is interference. I could see, because of what happened with Andrade trying to kind of leave the Don Callis family. Maybe not leave, but he was like disgusted by them. I could see them interfering in a way. And aside from the gauntlet and the tag match, at the moment, only 2 of them are on the card aside from Andrade. So who knows, like, where they're going to hear a lot. They could be backstage lingering, waiting for him. There's so many things that could go into this with the Don Callis family that I think they're going to fuck shit up for Andrade, and Darby's going to win. I think somehow, some way. Not that they're going to help her pass him by accident. But not by accident.
I like that, yeah.
Because then Andrade can fuck up the next match.
I agree, because I think you've all kind of hit the nail on the head, and it's pretty guys in the comments. Andrade, and you especially, didn't really take in the, beat down of Darby when he had the chance. He wasn't happy that they took MJF's money, because he wants to beat MJF, and you have him and Takeshita. You've been predicting your Civil War since like December, that the Don Callis tension, and these are 2 big stories you have to catch up. And you have Andrade, and they're both on the card. And you also have Okada Takeshita on the card later tonight. So it definitely adds that rank. I think that's what makes this match hard. But I have to go with my brain. My heart wants Darby. My heart always says Darby, but my brain says Andrade. I think Andrade needs it more. He needs to keep that momentum, especially if he's going to be a serious contender. Darby can take the loss here, because he's still kind of he's kind of that bulletproof when it comes to wrestling. He can take a loss and rebound like it's nothing. I think Andrade takes a loss here, and it kind of hurts him, so that's why I stick with Andrade. Yeah. So I think we're all kind of on that same path, because it's such a point.
Okay, hold on. I gotta hide that one.
I am looking forward to. I'll be honest. I wish the build is better. I feel like they didn't really build it that well. There was a couple promos.
And the thing is, the only women's match on the main cards.
Yes, it is, and I'm very upset.
Didn't even show one of the promos, so I agree. It's the only main event card. Willow did allude that she wants an open challenge, so hopefully they at least get Willow doing an open challenge.
That would be great.
So too.
But yeah, this so far would be the only one. So who knows the any? But right now we have Tekla versus Hayter. Do you think Hayter gets the title, or do you think Tekla retains? Well, you've been liking a lot of Tekla.
I did. But again, the fact that it's the only one really burns me. And then number 2, there wasn't like a story, a build up to it. It's just like, here you go. This is what you got. Well, like it's Tekla. Like she's a bitch, so go up against her, I don't think it's Hater's turn yet. I think Tekla's going to have it longer. So I think she's doing a good job at holding it. But good for Hater stepping up and taking, the challenge. So I think it's going to be a really good match. So, but I do got Tekla.
And still, so
Tekla there, done with that title. She's got sisters and still.
That's right.
does have sisters as well.
And Rachel agree. Let's see, because you guys have been kind of rhythm tonight.
I know, but I gotta ruin it, so I'm going with the toxic spider as well. Yeah, I don't think it's time yet. I think they can build this storyline. So I'm hoping maybe they're trying to use this match as a stepping stone in that storyline. Obviously, because we have the possibility, definitely going to see the Brawling Birds when we're in London.
Yes.
That all in some way, shape, or form, whether they're together or single. So,
Shenanigans.
yes, exactly. So, I'm going with her. I've been liking her product so far, especially because she's had that rocket strap to her ass right now. I thought she's doing a really good job. She's unique with a cool look, breath of fresh air kind of in a way. So, I think she does. And then my tinfoil is Mercedes Moné. Comes out.
Got my tinfoil. I love it.
Here's the tinfoil.
We know that those two agree that toxic Tekla keeps it. What does the poll say, and what does Emily say?
The poll says 88%.
Big one.
So I think Hater's great. It's not to get her second run. She was a phenomenal champion previously. We saw her, I want to say like at least a 4-month champion, at least. And then
We wanted to agree.
yeah, like it could have been better, but that wasn't her fault. Surely another women's match has to be announced, is in my notes. Tekla is bound for a long reign, and maybe this leads into her losing at All Out. Not All In, but the next one. So we see her have another 6 months with this title. And that's what somebody like Tekla deserves. She came in, she had this great start with the spider coming down. She had everybody's interest. I think that Tekla's build has been perfectly done. And that's why this story burns so bad, to not give her that. You gave her such a phenomenal introduction. You should have kept that going. She deserves to have that.
But Jamie Hayter's also the first person Tekla attacked who should debut.
So they should have ran with that. How come you're telling me and not commentary?
They have been. I'll tell you, the issue is, it hasn't been built well because they haven't shown it on the main show. It got caught off. So that's what I'm saying. I think building on social media doesn't where they should build it on the show, because I think it's hard to put all the little pieces together. I'm not downplaying what you're saying. It's very valid. I think there should, hopefully, like Rhonda said, like you said, like Rachel said, Jeff said, hopefully there's another women's match. And yeah, I don't think this was built that well at all. I felt kind of placed on there. I think maybe the plan was Queen Aminata. It just took too long for her to get cleared, not any fault of her own. I think that story would have made more sense too, Pino. I think this just sets up, Brawling Birds going for tag team titles later. I think that's them. They're showing some tag team titles later. I agree. She's got sisters, so I think Tekla wins it. And I think we do get the next story. Originally, I was thinking Mercedes, but Jeff, you took that tinfoil, so I had to challenge myself to think of something different.
Sorry.
I don't think it's. I think it's Britt Baker. I'm going to throw a shot at Confir.
I could take it.
But one season, I think Britt Baker, just to kind of get back in, I think Tekla could work with her, ease Britt back into a story, kind of keep that everyone chasing the champion. They could do that for them, how they're doing it for MJF, have everyone chase Tekla so you can keep building on the stories like Queen Aminata, like a returning Mercedes Murray, like a Britt Baker. You have Jericho talking about being the chorus, and I'll get to that later. Well, there's a lot of emphasis this year on day ones, the originals. And I think that's the story they're telling. Not so much like new versus olds, but we just got Sheeta back. Willow's calling herself the welcoming committee. I think they're kind of building towards bolstering the women's division. Now that Tony's out, they're trying to rotate some pieces in. So that's why I think we could see like a Britt Baker, even if it's just a one-off match. But Steve says, I think Mercedes will come out to announce she's back and ask the Owen. I agree. I think a segment was how she comes back as well.
Like, yeah.
I can't hope for Britt anymore. I've had enough heartbreak. It's just editing or prediction. And I promise it's the last night. I'm tinfoil on this one. I'll save it. That's my teaser. But we're going to get to a fun one. I can't wait for this one because we know at least one person that's going to be in it. So I know Gun, he's going to be in it because it's going to be Casino Gauntlet. It's going to be chaos.
I like it.
We only know right now 3 technically because I don't know the results of Collision. Either Roosh or Anthony Bowens and Tommaso Ciampa as the number 1. And then obviously we have men coming in until the first person scores a pinfall, and then the new TNT champion. Thanks for no interim. Also, I want to point out Tony Khan on the media call yesterday said he hopes Kyle Clutcher is back for All In. It's only going to be a month. So it doesn't seem like it's going to be long term, which is good. Sounds like Kyle was in big spirits. So hopefully he's back sooner rather than later. But we had this title. We have Ciampa. We have a bunch of hungry people looking for this. So Rachel, I know this is really hard, but we're going to give you 2 on this one. Who do you Oak wins this and who do you think wins this?
Well, is Tommaso the first one out there since he's the first
Yeah, because he won.
contender?
We won the Dynamite.
Yes, he got the first spot.
Damn it, Matt, you got me.
And it's like the first one to get.
A pinfall or submission.
Okay, so there could be up to.
There could be like 20
Yeah.
in the ring.
Yeah.
Or it could end with like 4 if it's like early pinfall early.
And you're going to have at least one other person trying to break up a pin.
Correct. It gets like kind of and how you had Chaos and Athena kind of stole the win whenever he was distracted. They'll probably do a Chaos like that.
Okay, so I have Tommaso taking it all because I think it's his due time. However, I would love to see Nick Wayne coming out because it's time for him to come back. Like, he hasn't been there. Like, where has he been? So that would be really good. That would be awesome. I also see Roosh being in it too. He might go a little far, but I don't think he's gonna win it. So.
Oh, I think he's gonna go far as he's just gonna like destroy people. I'm like, yeah. Far as sorry.
Yeah. So.
That'd be great. Ooh, I like it. So we have an Ortiz in the comments. We have Kyle O'Reilly.
Dustin.
We have Roosh. We have Dustin and Bandito. So Jeff, what do we got for a hope, and what do we got for a your lock-in pick?
Well, Matt got one of my tinfoils for this with the Kyle O'Reilly. But I already knew that, so that was good. But that was one I definitely think he might make a comeback here, and I would love to see it. With not knowing all the participants, I'd have to say Ciampa's probably a very good selection for this in certain ways, just because he had it previously. He's been on television every week. He's been having pretty good matches, in my opinion. So it wouldn't be a bad thing for him to have it. I definitely see I hope in Bowens. I think Juice maybe get an appearance. That'd be really cool, I think. I think Juice has been kind of on fire lately, too.
Yeah.
And he's just kind of funny. He's crazy and shit. Plus, he's from Illinois. So I got to give it up for him a little bit. But my real tinfoil, my real tinfoil, though, is Switchblade
As
Jay White. And if he does come, then that's my winner. But if not, I'm going Ciampa. And I do hope for my... No, I didn't. But I also hope for my Messiah of the Backbreaker to be in this match and have a Kyle O'Reilly moment with Matt. So...
Yes, another. All right, so I know I only gave you a few on the poll because I kept a few for myself. What did the viewership say the majority on the poll, or what does Emily think for your open?
All right, so the poll says, I'm going to do 4. So we've got 47% with Tommaso Ciampa.
Sylvie, give us Sylvie.
8% Roosh. 5% for Kyle O'Reilly, and 5% for Mark Davis.
I like the Mark Davis one.
So I think we get a Bullet Club Gold reunion. Colton is cleared. I could see Jay White being cleared. They've kept it a secret, so who knows? But I feel like they need justice for Jay. I think that we see some good, fun Bullet Club Gold. We've got
And dominating the gauntlet.
Yeah, you've got 5 of them. If you've got Juice, Jay, Colton, Austin.
It's Austin there.
Yeah, and then Jay. Did I say Jay?
Yeah, that's their name, boss.
Yep, you got him.
Right there, 6 people.
And then here we go. I'm gonna add to that. So you get Bullet Club Gold in there, but you also get a couple maybe a member from the Dogs in there, and you start teasing that Civil War, because my heart, like who I like would love, but I don't think it's my walk-in pick. My heart says Kyle O'Reilly, because I think that'd be such a great hometown moment.
Yeah, it would.
But I think my brain says Ciampa's getting Sylvie back. I think they can have a story with Tommaso getting it, and I just think he's so good with everyone. He's so versatile. I think he could be that person in Collision that's doing open challenges, that's working with people who are coming up off Ring of Honor, and helping the Action and Andretti to open challenges, things like that. Also, shout out to Action. He's wrestling AR Fox on Ring of Honor. That was announced for today, coming out on my AEW Honor Club. So that was a sweet match.
Yeah, nice. Emily, who'd you pick in this one?
I picked Ciampa.
Emily, who'd you pick?
Oh, I'm sorry.
I picked the same as you. My were Jay White, and Ciampa is my second.
Gotcha. Thank you. I thought so, but I just wanted to make sure.
I want to touch on this really quick. Maureen, I definitely understand where you're coming from. However, if it's a title run of any kind is better than no title run, and that TNT title has been on fire. I think that these TV titles are going to mean a little more in 2027 than they have in the past.
Agreed. I think AR Fox is one of my surprise participants in this. I think you get the Orange Cassidy. We get nice. We get conglomerating. I don't know if he's cleared. Do we get Clone? Is he cleared? Does he come back and make a surprise return
With hologram?
with hologram? So
That would be a good.
that could be interesting.
That's why these matches are good. Well, that's why these matches are good, because you can get all kinds of different talent in them. You don't really need to have a big storyline to do it. You just get them in there, and there's usually a lot of good spots in it, too.
Yeah.
I mean, let's be honest.
The-
Kevin Knight.
The kid.
That'd be nice.
Nate,
They just did a promo.
can you imagine, like, this is like complete car crash booking. I apologize, but can you imagine you get Kevin Knight in there, and you have the Hurt Syndicate help him. It turns out Kevin Knight joins the Hurt Syndicate. He wins the DT title. So you can't how to take. Or maybe you speed over Zadammer. Isaiah Cassidy gets it because the Hurt Syndicate somehow else. So I could see
I want Kevin Knight and Speedball to be together forever and ever.
this is one of my mega tip. I'm saying, what if Kevin Knight wins? And it's because the Hurt Syndicate helped him, because he's joined the Hurt Syndicate and turned his back on Speedball.
He has a trio title. He doesn't need this.
He's putting on the line Saturday. Does he keep it?
Yes.
I'm just saying, there's a lot that can happen between now and tomorrow.
What about American Gladiator?
Doors low. I like that.
That's good.
Is he done with Gladiator seasons?
They kicked it a lot.
Yeah.
So I think he tore his pec at Forbidden Door, but so
Right. But yeah.
it should be around the time frame. He should be cleared if everything would go pet.
Well, here's extreme tinfoil for you. Keith Lee.
Oh, he come back. That'll be amazing.
So that's an extreme one right there for you.
And I know people want Bones, but I think we're going to get the Acclaim back. They got a huge reception at House of Glory, kind of having a mini reunion. And I want it all in. If you're doing do a tag team casino gauntlet, I want the Acclaimed. I want the Guns. I want Jurassic Express. I want all of these. We talk about the Day One originals. I want the Bucks. I want tag team casino gauntlet at All In. I think, or even before All In. I think I want tag team chaos. So I'm really happy that we have a lot of tag team building right now. So what do you guys think? Do you think the Bucks are going to win? Or do you think Okada and Takeshita are going to win, furthering that tension?
Now, if Okada and Takeshita win, they have to fight each other, correct?
Well, yes.
They have to work together.
If they just work together, so they don't have to win. But if they work together, it's Takeshita versus Okada at Double or Nothing for the international title.
Okay. because that's who I have winning. I mean, I would love for the Young Bucks, which they have my heart.
Oh, you're going against the Bucks? Oh, yeah.
I am. I really, because the Bucks can take the loss. Like, they're always, like, they're the OGs of the tag team. So, and I think they want to build the story up with Takeshita and Okada because everybody's waiting for that match. Like, that is going to be the most amazing match. I hope that is a pay-per-view, and I hope that is the main event at some sort. So, anyways, I have Takeshita and Takada.
No, I like that. Almost like winning begrudgingly. I like it. I think Jeff's gonna be different here. I sense it. I got that vibe, Jeff. Are you going with Young Bucks or are you going with the Don Callis tension?
Well, of course I want Don Callis family to win because we all want that match. And this is one of the first times we've kind of had that, oh, hey, if you guys do this, then you can finally have it. Let's see. Hold on.
Oh, sorry.
No, you're good.
So she doesn't think coexist. That's what this is going to cost them the match.
Ooh,
Like I said, part of me wants to go that they're professional enough and all of that they can do it. And I think they have enough motivation to fight each other. They keep building it. But normally I would say, yeah, I want Don Callis family. But I might have to go with the Bucks here because I think they got some more stuff with possibly FTR than the Cope Christian, depending on that winner. So I think that kind of plays well into that, and I think they're going to make us wait is the only reason I'm saying it. Is I always want to get it because we want that match, but I always feel like I jumped the gun. So I'm going to hold back and say, no, they don't win because they're going to tease us for that match a little longer. So, super kick party.
I never thought I'd see Rachel boo the Bucks. Even when they were heels, she was still done to, I want my Young Bucks. So that's when the Briscoe stuff this year, now teasing the Young Bucks. I don't know.
I know.
Going against Will.
What do the polls say for the Bucks? Are they with Rachel or are they with Jeff?
75% Young Bucks. 75.
Wow.
Oh, I got you, Alex. I think the Bucks are winning, and I think that Takeshita leaves Okada to take the pin. I think they start the match out with you're and I think that they're going to do a bunch of random tag-ins to piss each other off, and the tensions are going to be high. This isn't going to be a long match at all.
You see almost like they can't work together at all.
Yeah, they can't do this. And then we get that match that Don Callis teased us with. I thought I heard that wrong, and then you said it again. So it's in my notes with a question mark, double or nothing. Give me my Family Feud. He's
Survey says.
But was it 2024 or 2025 where the Don Callis family had a match every couple nights?
I mean, that was all last year.
Yeah, they fought constantly within the family, and I want to bring that back and show that no, I'm the top. No, I'm the top.
Yes, I agree. They try to show each other up. Yep.
Yeah, I want that back. That was when I liked the Don Callis family. This shit.
Don seems to be enjoying himself. He's taking shots at Cage for months, and it's very... Yeah, I agree. I think Brian Cage is definitely going to be someone that's going to align with Side Defector. I agree with a lot of what you all are saying about the tension in this match. I think Takeshi's going to try his best to coexist because he wants that match. Okada's just going to be Okada. Alex said earlier, what if Takeshi lays down and gives the finger to Okada? I see Okada laying down, going, pin me, and putting his finger to Takeshita or something like that, and the Bucks not wanting to do it because they want to win the right way. But I see the Bucks winning overall. I see them winning because I think you got to keep them strong, even if FTR do somehow retain, unfortunately. I think the Bucks did that kind of momentum to go towards the next pay-per-view to set up that match. But if they lose, they could set up shenanigans, or the fifth one tonight. They could set something up that leads to that. So I think it's the Bucks. I could see Takeshi Okada winning if things happen, but I really think the Bucks. I don't think they hit back-to-back pay-per-view losses. Well, for me, I think that I just lost the Revolution. I think they hit him. I don't. And then match I know we're all excited for. I popped when he told Ricochet that you just made the rules. We hadn't heard that news in about 10 years. It was great. He put him on the list for being bald. We know we get our, our El Captain back. But Rachel, I know you're happy and you're excited. Is Ricochet going to beat Jericho, or is Jericho going to beat Ricochet?
Jericho is going to beat Ricochet. I think Jericho needs the win since he's just coming back. I think it's more of a you're on the list, so I can beat you type of thing. But I do see it turning into like a story, and I see Jericho getting another groupie behind him too, and then coming up with a name. So, but I got Jericho, of course.
Like it.
Okay, I'm gonna.
Do you have? You just made the list, or do you have Ricochet?
No, I made the list. So no, I got Jericho, but I think this is going to turn into a little bit of a storyline, and I think they are pairing these two up because they want Jericho to help put him over and get Ricochet going in either a different direction or whatever it is. But yeah, I could see that. And I like that one, Matt. That'd be kind of cool. The late sex gods.
So far, everyone here has been Team Jericho. What is our poll say?
10% of people are saying bald just made the will win. I think that this is a great way to do a hair versus hair match. What the? There's so much that would happen here. I'm just kidding. I think for me personally, obviously I want Jericho to win. For multiple reasons. But the biggest one is that this is the perfect opponent and the perfect timing. All the shit that's gone down with Ricochet lately, I think that it is great to have someone come in that had just as much heat with the fan base. And I think that this is a great way for both of them to turn that around and into something else. This will distract. This will be perfect. And Jericho's back. I was so freaking happy. You can wipe the smile off of my face for like the last.
I just think that you're all onto something. I don't think you can have Jericho use his return match. I didn't even get the upgraded graphic. His new graphic just says Jericho. He seems to have dropped.
I saw that too.
Also, I think the hair would fall off a hair in a pole match, Steam. That's too. I know Tony was unfortunately on his podcast. That's too Vince Russo for me, and boom, gives me the shivers. But I think Jericho wins. I think it's a fun match, but I love this new self-aware kind of meta Jericho that we have, where he's like, listen, I'm just Jericho now. I'm coming in here. I'm in the best shape. We don't know if it's truly organic or if he's underhanded, but I think he's going full babyface. He brought back Judas so the crowd could sing it.
Yeah.
Have Ricochet, who's a heel magnet, kind of any negative potentially attention, like you were saying, Annalie, can go towards Ricochet, kind of keep Jericho over. He's in Canada. I think that you have Jericho winning, or if he loses because the demand and Ricochet help him set up further stories, I still see Jericho winning, and it still sets story like he's gonna get beat down by the demand after. But I agree. I think we could see Sammy Guevara helping because I think Jericho wanted to do that story with Sammy Guevara. Remember at All In 2023 when Guevara kicked him in the nuts, just like Jericho kicked Shawn Michaels in the nuts? We never really got a good payoff to that story or anything like that. I think Jericho wanted to do that story, and maybe he can help Sammy. I don't know. I think that could be what they lead into. He helps Sammy. He takes Sammy away from Rouge. Maybe he does that. I don't know. But I see Jericho winning, and I think he's going to try to enter the L-win. I think that's his next day.
You're putting old farts in there.
Just trust me. Just trust me. It's for redemption. I get what you're saying.
So part of something I want to point out, and I just called him an old fart and want to go. He was rocking those camera angles. He was purposely pulling that jacket back to show his six-pack off. He was being so conniving about that, being like, my body, though. And I loved that little bit of heel heat, but you could tell he's trying to come back as someone new, fresh, and this is Chris fucking Jericho.
Well, yeah, he's self-aware. Like he's like, listen, I know, the learning tree was booty cheeks. Like, I know that wasn't great. I didn't mind the learning tree. I thought it was obviously, there were some funny moments.
The other guys be right now.
I think they're not really on TV anyway. So yes, But I think, that could lead to maybe helping and they build that story off. But I don't think he wants to run that story back. I think this is like a greatest hits Jericho. That's what I'm saying. Like Meadow, he came out, did the old entrance spin. He did you just made the list. I think he's going to, we're going to see a little bit of the bubbly, like I was telling Matt earlier. I think we're going to see some of his greatest hits to just try to go and have fun. I was just kidding with you when I was showing you going. But I think he's going to be, because he said, I don't care if I'm on the opening of the show, I don't care if I'm main event, I don't care if I'm the mid card, or if I'm not even on TV.
Right.
I think he just wants to work stories to have his fun, his final time, his final run. I think this is his last big run. Either way, I'm excited for it, but I think Jericho's winning.
Yep, I'm with you.
Definitely.
Bill and Brian could also take GOA. Yeah, I think Alex and Matt are onto something on that. But I got to say, probably one of the most split main events I've seen earlier today was 50-50. I know the odds have shifted. But the Wrestling God versus the Devil, Omega versus MJF, only the second time ever. Last time they fought in Collision. Banger of a match, and Kenny Omega was like 75%. Fully healthy Kenny, he came out, he addressed the crowd, said, listen, please stop bringing up my diverticulitis.
I know.
Better now. I've been cleared. Like, can we just stop? I like that they're kind of taking that out of the story, so it's not every single match. But I like that MJF's like, bullshit, Kenny, you're lying. Like, he's just trying to call him out. So I like the build to this. It's essentially the last two longest reigning title reigns going against each other. Does Kenny Omega win number 2 and start his title reign, or does MJF retain? What do you think, Rachel? Do we have and new and stick?
Well, I really like the whole poster thing with the devil and the angel. That is
Pretty cool graphic.
I know, I like that. I think Omega's gonna win because he's, in his home country. So I think that would be a great win. I think MJF has had it long enough. I think this would be a good comeback for Kenny Omega, because the diverticulitis thing keeps coming up all the time. And they try to use that for him as a crutch, and he's like, dude, seriously, I'm okay. I survived, it's not a big deal. Happens all the time. But I think it's time for Kenny to have it again. I think we need to have a baby face have it and take it. So I got Kenny.
I like it. Rachel, that's twice tonight. I love it. Jeff's going to break my heart, though. I know it. I'm a statistician. I do stats for a living. Based on statistics, Jeff's going to break my heart.
And still.
No.
We got storylines to go here. So MJF, in my opinion, has to win. Now, I agree with Rachel and a lot of different other people and whatnot with, this is kind of that prototypical to me. So I always like to go against that prototypical because the aging veteran, the God, who is this his last chance? He tried to beat him a couple years back and he couldn't for the championship. To me, it just feels like it's too. Yeah. I think he has to go through a little bit more. We got to have that hero's journey, because if this is maybe one of his last runs, he's in great shape. Maybe this is one of his last seriously big runs. I want him to be, to get it by wrestling and having great matches and being the type of wrestler he can be. I think he's getting there. So, but I'm going to go with MJF because I like my scumbag and I think it sets up more storylines and angles that need to happen. So. Thanks, man. I knew I would too.
I can't wait. I'm ready to watch it. We got Fang. We got so many great wrestlers. People from the challenge, I know, and
He's not that great.
oh, never mind then. I knew you resurrected yourself, Matt, and apparently he put Jeff back on Team Matt.
Hey, what place now? I got back to.
So, like I said, around lunchtime we were at 50-50. So what is the now?
59%
Devil.
MJF.
Yeah. The devil told you.
Call me Mariah Carey because I'm a heartbreaker.
So you're also.
I'm also MJF. I think that the Triple B needs more time around his waist. I think that this is going to lead us into Double or Nothing. I think that this is going to be such a nitty-gritty match, and I love that you forget how good MJF is because his promo skills are top tier. You forget that he has that in-ring skill set because you're still used to seeing his lips flapping. Forget.
He's got good pacing. He's got good
The
pacing.
Chris Van Vliet too, how people like they dismiss him because of that. It's a good call. So
Hey, I got to tell you before you start,
yeah, go for it.
I left you some tinfoil. So we'll see if you get it or not.
All right. Well, my heart wants Omega.
Yeah, I know that.
However, and it ain't says and still MJF retained. Yes,
Rip for your heart. How rude.
because Rachel, I know I'm hoping fooling for my heart for Rachel because I want like
He deserves it.
he does deserve it. I just think you can't always have a happy moment in your home country.
Somebody has to.
I said I was gonna have one last time do this tinfoil. Here it is. Richard Holiday, Hammerstone, our MJF's backup with Wardlow, who was hired by Don Callis family. So I love that Steve said this. And this is still going to lead to Double or Nothing with Andrade, Swerve, Omega versus MJF. And that's how you get it off MJF without pinning the champion, keeping him in the mix as well against Ospreay for All Out. That's how my tinfoil connects. And unfortunately, Kenny does not, but yet he wins in New York.
Well, I got a tinfoil that'll help Rachel, and you feel a little better. Your heart feel a little better at least. And yes, you're right. The heart doesn't win many predictions, Alex. You're right. But so if Kenny would happen to win, is it because Hangman Page comes out and it costs MJF the championship because he can no longer challenge for it?
I like that kind of.
That's a good one.
And like I said, it's just tinfoil, but because I knew you wanted Omega to win, so that was my only real situation where I could see Omega doing it.
Yeah, I agree. I
Jesse.
just you to add to that. What if he kind of has a situation where Omega does win it because, like you said, you know you have that shenanigans. But MJF wants a rematch. He says, "Okay, if you want a rematch, you have to let Hangman veto that stipulation." What if Kenny uses Hangman's stipulation as leverage down the line? Because I think that could be a story about it. Everybody's worried about how's Hangman going to be able to do challenge to the title, the Elite callback, have Kenny be that friend. Like, no. You let him challenge for the title again, or you let him renege on that stipulation. But I think that's good. I think that was a solid. So I think everyone pretty much is split still. Or they chose the only one. I'm sorry, Race, but I really want him to win.
I want to go along with the fact that I think part of why MJF holds on to this is because May 9th, we have Fairway to Hell. And that just says MJF with the Hell portion. And then the fact that they're doing the Fairway brings me back to Happy Gilmore. And I think that we could see something with Adam Sandler. And I think that that would be amazing. I just think there's so much that could go in Hell. I want to see a chaos match when they bring that. I want to see a streak fight, but have it be all the golf stuff. Have somebody get hit with a golf cart again.
Ricochet's getting hit with that golf cart.
He'd be a good one for it.
For that.
Could sell.
Now, I agree. I think you have something with that because it's a television special in West Palm Beach. You know, a big golfing area, and
It's on a
course
foot
there's
king.
cool. So you know that, yeah, there's going to be some sort of Tony's on the kick right now. I mean, we just had another kind of Anarchy in the Arena style match on Dynamite. We had the Mile High one, then we had this one this past week. So you know they'll do the Fairway to Hell will be a match or something.
Under the ring, there's golf clubs.
I just want to see someone get hit with a golf ball, have Orange Cassidy come out to go do it, but he just putts the ball and walks away.
That could work because a golf ball would hurt.
Don't mean really nail him with it, but have a practice one where you can't tell and just swap it out and just
can do it.
I think people,
Darby would do it.
if
Oh, yeah.
into this more, they're gonna see what I'm so excited.
So make sure.
Yeah, go check out our page. It seats 1,500 people, so there's not much room aside from they have big green, and they're not selling floor seats for pre-sale, so I doubt they're for sale. So I think it's just going to be the perimeter seating.
Yeah, I don't think they're going to do it. I think they're going to be for stables.
And that's
Um,
even better for us.
Could that be where we see Eddie Kingston getting a match? Maybe it's not so much in Yonkers. I know New York. But maybe we see a Ring of Honor match with them because MJF's been defending it. He defends it on the Indies. That's the other thing. I think MJF's still kind of doing stuff on the Indies, so does that influence the main event? I think they're all good predictions. I think everyone in the comments been awesome with their predictions tonight.
Can we talk about that?
I loved everyone's tinfoil, and I think as is like what happened, they you missed because I know we had a couple things you want to talk about. Those OPE ones, so because those.
Yeah. Nick Nemeth getting ripped off of his match. I'm not pleased with that. I was really looking forward to that match. Reason I was buying that pay-per-view.
I mean, I think not even so much that, but Mania Week, you had multiple events, including a memorial show with Ricochet and Leon Slater was pulled. And now the new policy, and there's been more matches. New policy is to hold TNA talent, which I think it's kind of a crappy move when they're not paying talent. There's only a per appearance fee. So it kind of makes you thankful for the partnerships like AEW with CMLL and New Japan and Stardom, where you can see some of these matches where they flip through the indies. Like MJF, really wanted to go against them. Leon Slater said Ricochet was his dream match since he was a kid. So it really kind of sucks that
Yeah, it does.
found this opportunity and I don't get it. I think the optics of it are terrible. I'm just really thankful that AEW seems to be working with GCW. You have Marco Stunt with Jack Perry, Rest Cheek.
Right.
You have more involvement with MJF going back to GCW. Richard Holiday, Hammerstone work with GCW. I think Tony's realizing to kind of open the doors, and I know we have Forbidden Door returning. Maybe it's not just New Train. Maybe you had some people from the Indies kind of show up to help build a stronger wrestling community, because I think that's one thing AEW has been good at, is building that community.
Well, it sucks because they did have that relationship with TNA, and I know that even though they weren't, have a partnership with the others, WWE, I thought they still could because they had in the past. It didn't seem to stop anybody.
It's televised.
I mean, if there's one thing I wish, if I ever got a chance to ask Tony a question, I think one thing I would ask is, maybe a two-part. One, would you ever release the Jericho Cruise footage on the My AEW for free or on HBO Max, one of the stream platforms, like all the years they filmed those matches, like the dark matches?
Yeah.
And two, would you do a collision? He loves these unique locations. You were talking about the fairway. Could we get another collision on the cruise? That's kind of my closing question to you guys. Would you like to see another collision or another tape show on the cruise?
Yes.
Well, and I think Collision would be probably the better show to do because we had the Dynamite, and that was really tough logistically because I know they had to fly the tape back and get it ready and edit it, obviously, because we're having fun. But but I think a Collision could be that because they could, wouldn't have to rush it as fast. They could do it during the week and then get it there for Saturday.
Because there was trademarks. Remember we were talking about it on one of our episodes a while ago. There was trademarks that were applied for. And so far, Fairway to Hell, that was a trademark that was applied for. It became a Collision special. The big rumor is with Warner Brothers that they love these theme specials through their platform because they can put them as live specials or AEW special events. So it's kind of like their own little version of how TNA does those specials on TNA Plus. So I think we can see something like that on the cruise. I think that'd be entertaining.
Yeah. Or like Steve said, Ring of Honor.
That would be awesome.
But again, some of that's TNA, so how does this work?
Yeah, that's my big fear. Is I hope TNA, the whole point. I know everyone to bring that up, and I apologize there.
No, I really just want to point it out because it's not okay for the wrestlers to not get paid. It's not okay for any of this.
I know Jeff Hardy's announced to the cruise. I really hope that I know maybe even if he doesn't wrestle, to at least keep him on the cruise, because I don't want to lose Jeff Hardy because of petty politics.
Right.
Don't affect the fans of the wrestlers because there's politics or imaginary heat.
Right. No, I agree.
Yeah, I agree with Alex. More tape shows on the cruise. I'm really looking forward to Dynamite. We got Collision tomorrow night. That looks like it's going to be a banger. And then we have the Savannah Banana for Saturday, then Collision. So we got
Nice. That'll be
Savannah Banana, I work. Savannah Bananas. Then we have the pay-per-view. Then I work at 5.
Emma's
Hey,
you are winded up link.
better get some energy drinks and all that goodies to stay awake.
Nice pay. Nice pay.
But thanks
That's fair.
everyone for tuning in again for our Dynasty predictions and previews. Make sure you're following us at our socials at Cruising with Kayfade. Also, make sure you like, subscribe, follow us for more. Hope to see you guys on the cruise. Hope to talk to you guys in London. But until next time, everyone, have a good night. And remember, always keep the kayfabe. I must bid you adieu. Goodbye. Yep. And good night. Again, thank you for partying with us. But it's getting late. I must bid you adieu. So, from Kenny Olega and Arijo, goodbye and good night. Goodbye. And good night.
Bye.